What's up, guys? Welcome back to Dragon Age Origins Part 61, if I'm not wrong. So we're here in Redcliffe Castle. I wanted to talk to my companions real quick since we only get one opportunity to talk to them after that, but it's not in camp. So I thought I would start with Bodan since I never really asked him about him and his son.
Ah, fancy meeting you here. I heard rumours that Redcliffe was once again open for business, but my word, isn't this amazing? Such bustle. The Earl has kindly offered my son and I lodgings in exchange for supplies. I'm happy to help him. And you too, of course. If you have need of my wares, you have but to ask.
All right. So let's see. Persuade. What's your story exactly?
I suppose since you told me about you being a Grey Warden, it's only fitting for me to be as open. I am originally from Orzammar, the famed dwarven city that lies beneath the stately Frostback Mountains. I was a merchant there too, merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose.
Let's see. Why did you leave?
One day, a noble woman came to my store. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that.
What happened then?
Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for. The lost tides. They're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure. Something worth a little gold.
Let's see. Better to do something with them than leave them out to rot. I mean, I take loot from places, Darkspawn, pillage all the time, so I can't exactly fault them for it.
That's exactly how I see it. The noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back.
And fascinating story. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you?
Let's see. But where do the goods come from? Not the deep roads.
Look, we don't rob people, all right? We don't take things from people that need them. The things in the Lost Tides, what good did they do lying there? I brought them back to Orzammar, where people could look at them and remember. It's not all that different up here. There are places long abandoned by the humans everywhere. Even more now with the Darkspawn coming.
Alright. Okay.
People flee from the Blight with good reason, but they forget things. Things with value and meaning. They leave them behind because they're frightened and desperate. And sometimes, my boy and I, we find our way to these places before the Horde descends, and we save these things. I take them away so the Darkspawn don't get them. Is that so bad? They destroy everything they touch.
Again, I suppose it's better than having the Darkspawn take it all.
That's what I tell myself, too. Ah, these are dark times indeed. Dark times, my friend.
Let's see. You didn't mention your son in your tale.
Ah, yes. I'm married to a fine woman back in Denerim, it's true. She'd give me a son if she could, but that's not likely to ever be. Sandal here, I found him in the deep roads years ago. Abandoned, I think, and he was never quite right in the head. I took him in, and I brought him with me when I came here to the surface. He may not be my blood, true, but I think of him as one.
We left Orzammar.
That's right, boy. Maybe one day we'll see it again.
Let's see. Blood isn't all that important. I already knew this because I always say this every time I do this playthrough.
That's how I've always felt. As long as he's happy, so am I. It's not as if I don't benefit, mind you. Turns out the boy's a natural working with enchantments. He might have even been lyrium-addled. I never thought of that before, to be honest. Happens sometimes. He can work an enchantment into just about anything, however, given some time. Could probably open his own shop, if he knew how.
Enchantment.
Well, he does seem to enjoy it, at least.
Alright, so... Alright, I should go.
Of course. Good fortune to you and yours.
Goodbye.
Alright, so that lasted a little longer than I thought it would. Let's talk to Ogren.
Right here, old pal.
I was actually about to hit this. That would have been horrible. I'd like to know more about you.
What about?
Still enjoying the surface.
Aye, the surface is great. It's like a big, bright world of filth without a ceiling. My kind of place. Hey, let's go find something to kill, huh? All this talk makes my hands twitchy.
I think I asked him about Felsi.
Right here, old pal. What about?
Let's see. How are you handling Bronca?
What do you think? I mean, she was my wife. I spent 2 years trying to save her while she was off boffing that tramp and feeding my cousins to the Darkspawn. And now she's dead, and there's no way to ever make things better.
Maybe finding this Felsi would help you forget.
I guess I could use a bit of the old mortar and pestle if you're digging my trench.
A tumble would probably do you some good.
Yeah, you said it. I was starting to think of my pants as a home away from home. You want to get moving now? My throat's sore from all this relating.
Alright, so I'm sorry guys, I do want to just talk to these companions so I can get this stuff. Like, make sure I talk to them about everything.
Your wish?
Oh, did I not do this? I don't have to. Can you care to answer some questions?
Whatever you'd like to ask.
So tell me about your adventures.
I wouldn't have spoken about it before, but you have been a good friend. There is no reason for me not to speak of it now. There is a reason I accepted this mission in Ferelden, far away from home, and it had nothing to do with any thought that I might leave the Crows. Meeting you, after all, was quite an accident. My last mission before this one did not end well.
What happened?
You must realize that until that day I was cocky and arrogant. I was the best crow in Antiva, I believed, and I bragged of my conquests often, both as an assassin and lover.
You were more cocky and arrogant.
Indeed. I was often told I was insufferable, right before I ended up in bed with someone. Such is how it was. One of the Crow Masters grew tired of my boasting. My bid for an incredibly difficult mark was accepted, much to my surprise. A wealthy merchant with many guards and completely silent. Taliesin agreed to be part of my team, as well as an elven lass named Rina. She was a marvel. Tough, smooth, wicked. Eyes that gleamed like justice. Everything I thought I desired.
I sense a tragic ending. Or, and you fell in love?
Rina was special. I had closed off my heart, I thought. But she touched something within me. It frightened me. When Taliesin revealed to me that Rina had accepted a bribe from the merchant, told him of our plan, I readily agreed that she needed to pay the price and allowed Taliesin to kill her. Rina begged me not to. On her knees, with tears in her eyes, she told me that she loved me and had not betrayed us. I laughed in her face and said that even if it were true, I didn't care.
But that wasn't true.
I convinced myself it was. Taliesin cut her throat, and I watched her bleed as she stared up at me. I spat on her for betraying the Crows. When Taliesin and I finally assassinated the merchant, we found the true source of his information. Rina had not betrayed us, after all.
Let's see. I'm sorry, Zevran.
I wanted to tell the Crows what we had done, our mistake. Taliesin convinced me not to. He said it would be a foolish waste. So we reported that Rina had died in the attempt. We needn't have bothered. The crows knew what we had done. The master who disliked me told me so to my face. He said the crows knew, and they didn't care. And one day, my turn would come.
So you felt guilty?
I felt empty. I felt as if I was nothing. I felt as if she had been nothing. You once asked why I wanted to leave the crows. In truth, what I wanted was to die. What better way than to throw myself at one of the fabled Grey Wardens? And then, this happened. And here I am.
That is awful, Zevran. I'm sorry.
It feels good to speak of it to someone. I swore I never would. Whatever it is I sought by leaving Antiva, I think I have found it. I owe you a great deal.
Let's see. I'm glad to have you with me.
Let us return to your mission, shall we? Suddenly, I do not feel like standing about.
Alright, guys, I am sorry, but I just want to get these conversations out the way because I know I won't be able to do them again. And it gives you a bit of gravity to the characters. I think Wynn has a lot to say in this one, as always.
You're quite taken with each other, aren't you?
Yes, quite.
I've noticed your blossoming relationship, and I wanted to ask you where you thought it was going. She is a cunning woman, a Maleficar. She will use you for her own ends.
Let's see. Let's see. No, I trust Morgan.
I am telling you what I see and what my instincts tell me. And even if the feelings you share are genuine, this affair may not be the best thing for either of you. You are a Grey Warden. You have responsibilities which supersede your personal desires.
Let's see. I mean, human being with emotions, not just a Grey Warden. I'm gonna go. I can handle my responsibilities and my relationships.
Love is ultimately selfish. It demands that one be devoted to a single person who may fully occupy one's mind and heart to the exclusion of all else. A Grey Warden cannot afford to be selfish. You may be forced to make a choice between saving your love and saving everyone else. And then what would you do?
Let's see. What am I supposed to do? Tell Morgan to go away.
You may have to save one or both of you unnecessary anguish later on.
And so I should inflict pain now to avoid. Let's see. I'm not giving up what we have, no matter what you say.
I have given my advice. Do with it what you will.
That does give you negative. I'm gonna get that back in a second. I don't think Lydia has anything to say. I know Sten does, so let's talk to Sten real quick, and I gotta re-talk to Wynn. So let's do that.
I have been mistaken.
What do you mean?
You are a soldier worthy to stand among the Beresad. I did not think so when we first met.
Thank you.
You are welcome. The day will come when the Arishok sends us here. On that day, I will not look to find you on the battlefield.
Let's see. I hope I won't see you then too.
There is no point in dwelling on it. We should move on.
I don't think there's anything else. Let me see.
Speak then.
No, that's enough.
Then I suggest we move on.
Let's go.
As you wish.
I just make sure that we are pretty much established friends with Sten. Liliana really doesn't have anything to say. I'll double check before I leave, but talk to me one more time.
What's on your mind?
Have you changed your mind about Morgan and me?
I have watched you for a time, and perhaps I was wrong. There seems to be something special between the two of you. It doesn't happen often, but I see her smile to herself sometimes when she watches you.
Does she? Oh, how sweet. I have to tease her now.
I think I was too harsh in my judgment before, and I am sorry.
You wanted the best for both of us.
What you have may not last forever. Death and duty may part you, but love's worthiness is not diminished because of that. I should have seen this before. Instead, you learn to cherish every precious moment that you spend together, knowing that it may be the last. And for those of us watching, well, it brings warmth to these old bones to know that something so beautiful can be found in the midst of chaos and strife.
Okay, see, I got the points back. I'm gonna talk to Leon to make sure, but I think that's really it.
You've seen and touched Andraste's ashes. They are the holiest thing on this earth, the remains of the Maker's chosen.
It is quite. Let's see. I wouldn't have disturbed them, but for our sake, it is quite remarkable. Yes.
I do not know if I am worthy to look upon her.
Andraste fought for everyone. She belongs to us all.
Yes, of course, but it still is something to be in awe of.
I don't think there was anything else, guys. I'm sorry. This is taking so. I didn't think it was taking this long.
I know that look. You have something on your mind, don't you?
We need to talk.
Of course.
What we do when this is all over? I heard some rules about. Let's see. What we do when this is all over?
I have not given this a lot of thought. What will I do? We've traveled far and wide. Does it need to end?
I would like to see this world too. It's wonderful to hear you say that. Let's see. I would like to see the world.
There's so much out there. Adventures to be had and stories to be told. I want to be part of it all. I might need some company. And you're not too irritating. You're welcome to come along if you like.
Let's see. When you put it that way, how can I say no?
It is settled then. You and I wandering the world, seeking our fortunes. I can't wait.
Alright. Guys, I do apologize. I did not think all these people would have something to say. And I'm still going for some reason.
I am listening.
You're still with me, I see?
It has already vanquished one of its enemies. I am most startled. Truly, I would have expected that the traitor would have defeated it. Perhaps it would have been put in prison, or drawn and quartered. I was curious to find out which.
And what would they have done with you? Are you disappointed?
It might have been interesting. I am certain that more opportunities exist, as the chances of its success appear slim. A conjecture on my part, of course, but I'm certain it understands what I mean. Does it wish me to leave? I can, though I see no reason to go.
No, still, you're quite helpful. Don't go. I happen to need you. No, no, stay. That one. That's...
Refreshing. Normally, such words would be accompanied by the wave of a control rod. I shall remain as it asks. Perhaps we should continue. Its chances of success are small enough without further dawdling.
Alright, well, okay. I'm gonna go up and talk to Morgan or Riordan now. So I'm gonna see you guys up there. Alright, guys. I am upstairs. Can I? Oh, I can't go in these rooms. Weird. Can't go in the chest. I can't go in my own room yet. At least I think that's my room. I'm not sure. Pretty sure that's my room. So I gotta talk to Riordan, guys. So let's do that. Hey, no, I was in the whole wrong room. Morgan's already in there. Let's talk to Riordan. Can I just go in here first? Let me see. I can just talk to Morgan.
Your desire?
I'd like to ask you something. I don't think there's anything I have to ask her.
So, full of questions, are you?
Never mind. Let me see something. I'm pretty sure there's something
Your
else.
desire?
Personal.
You're hardly alone, so privacy is not an option. It is your question, however. Ask what you will.
Never mind. Okay, whatever. Nothing to ask her. Alright, so let's talk to her.
This shield.
isn't it? That's his crest.
You say you want something to remember him by.
I did. I really did. I just never expected. Thank you. Truly, I had no idea his shield wasn't with him. This is perfect. I don't know how to express my gratitude. This means a great deal to me.
Let's see. I thought it might.
I'll treasure this. Thank you.
Seriously, I did not. What? Okay, I did not know that reaction happens.
There you are. Let's go see what Riordan has to say.
All right, let's go inside.
You're both here. Good. You're new to the Grey Wardens, and you may not have been told how an archdemon is slain. I need to know if that is so.
You mean there's more to it than just, say, chopping off its head?
So it is true. Duncan had not yet told you. I had simply assumed. Tell me, have you ever wondered why the Grey Wardens are needed to defeat the Darkspawn?
Let's see, I assume it has something to do with the taintedness.
That is exactly what it involves. The Archdemon may be slain, as any other Darkspawn, but should any other than a Grey Warden do the slaying, it will not be enough. The essence of the beast will pass through the taint to the nearest Darkspawn and will be reborn anew in that body. The dragon is thus all but immortal. But if the Archdemon is slain by a Grey Warden, its essence travels into the Grey Warden instead.
And what happens to the Grey Warden?
The Darkspawn is an empty, soulless vessel, but a Grey Warden is not. The essence of the Archdemon is destroyed, and so is the Grey Warden.
Meaning the Grey Warden who kills the Archdemon dies?
Yes. Without the Archdemon, the Blight ends. It is the only way.
Let's see, there's no other way. Must the Grey Warden die? Is there such a secret that doesn't everyone notice? So it's up to the three of us to kill this thing.
In Blight's past, when the time came, the eldest of the Grey Wardens would decide which amongst them would take that final blow. If possible, the final blow should be mine to make. I am the eldest, and the taint will not spare me much longer. But if I fail, the deed falls on you. The Blight must be stopped now, or it will destroy all of Ferelden before the rest of the Grey Wardens can assemble. Remember that. But enough. There will be much to do tomorrow, and little enough time to rest before it. I will let you return to your rooms.
I will see you once the army is ready to march, then. I guess this ends soon. One way or another.
That it does, my friend. That it does.
So what's interesting is that he now has Duncan's shield, and I think he has Merrick's sword, which is just exactly what I wanted him to have. Wait, where is Alistair's room? I want to talk to him real quick. I know I'm talking to a lot of people, guys. This is all things I want to get out the way real quick. So let me talk to Alistair.
Ask away.
Ask some questions.
Of course.
Never mind. Alright, so guys, I didn't put this poll on my Byramino or ask you guys because I knew I was going to do this anyway. In order for me to continue to Awakening and the other DLC, I have to do this, so I'm going to do the Dark Ritual.
Do not be alarmed. It is only I.
I'm not alarmed. I'm glad to see you.
I did not come here to speak of sentimental things. I came here to speak with you. I have a plan, you see. A way out. The loop in your hole. I know what happens when the Archdemon dies. I know a Grey Warden must be sacrificed, and that sacrifice could be you. I have come to tell you that this does not need to be.
Does not need to be. What do you mean?
I offer a way out. A way out for all the Grey Wardens, that there need be no sacrifice. A ritual, performed on the eve of battle, in the dark of night.
This what sort of ritual is this?
It is old magic, from a time before the Circle of Magi was created. Some would call it blood magic, but I think that means little to one like you.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. And from where did you get this ritual, Morgan?
From Flemeth, of course. I have known about it for some time.
So you knew about the sacrifice before Riordan told me?
I did. Would you have believed me if I had been the one to tell you? I have my doubts.
Let's see, so tell me more.
What I propose is this. Lay with me, here tonight, and from our joining, a child will be conceived. The child will bear the taint, and when the archdemon is slain, its essence will seek the child like a beacon. At this early stage, the child can absorb that essence and not perish. The archdemon is still destroyed with no Grey Warden dying in the process.
Let's see. So, let's go with, and you want to have my child.
Think about what I offer you. The chance to avoid death. Or better yet, the chance to slay the archdemon and live as a hero. No Grey Warden has ever done this. In return, I conceive a child. One who will be born with the soul of an old god. After this is done, you allow me to walk away. And you do not follow. Ever. The child will be mine to raise as I wish.
Was this why you've been so friendly towards me?
It's why I was sent with you by my mother. It's why she saved your life to begin with. Caring for you was not part of the plan. But I cannot let what I feel interfere with what I must do. This is important to me. The fact that it may save your life makes me all the more determined to see it done. Please, do not cloud the issue. If you feel anything for me, then accept that it will make what we must do that much easier.
But would I ever see you again?
After the archdemon has been slain? No. No, you will never see me again. Refuse my offer, however, and I leave now. This is simply how it must be.
How do you know this will even work?
I do not know it will work. I do, however, have every confidence in my mother's magic. And so should you. What is important is that I am offering this to you now. It will work, and it will save your life.
I want to know more about this child.
As you wish.
The child won't be hurt, would it?
Ignoring that after but one night it could barely be called a child, no, it will not be hurt. It will be changed.
But will the child be evil? What will it become?
Allow me to say that what I seek is the essence of the old god that once was, and not the dark forces that corrupted it. Some things are worth preserving in this world. Make of that what you will.
What do you intend to do with this child?
I do not wish to tell you.
I insist. I need to know what your plan.
The child will represent freedom. For an ancient power, a chance to be reborn apart from the taint. Is that not reason enough to do it? I will raise the child apart from the rest of society and teach it to respect that from which it came. Beyond that, you need know nothing else.
Let's see. This is going to be my child. Would I ever see it?
No, you never will. This is all I ask in return for freeing you from the burden the Grey Wardens have placed upon you.
Alright.
Then you have decided?
Alright, I'll agree.
A wise decision. Come, my love. Put the thoughts of the ritual aside and let us make this last night together one to remember.
We have gathered all the forces we can. The Darkspawn Horde is sure to reach the capital before us. And so we must race to Denerim as quickly as we can. The lives of many thousands hang in the balance. We must not forsake them. You have gathered an army to replace the one lost at Ostagar, Grey Warden. Let us pray that it will be enough.